Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. In today's video, we're going to talk about Mann Whitney U test. Mann Whitney U test is a non-parametric version of independent sample t-test, although this is not always the case. And the differences between the independent sample t-test and Mann Whitney U test is that the data are not normally distributed in Mann Whitney U test. So let's get started. In a survey, effectiveness of AdWords for 2 brands of coffee was measured, and participants rated them on the scale of 1 to 10, which indicates the overall likelihood of them buying the product, with 10 being definitely going to buy that. Well, here rating is the dependent variable, and brand is the independent variable. Also, the hypothesis here is that the means are equal. But before doing the test, there are 4 assumptions that need to be met. But no worries if when analyzing your data using Spss statistics, one or more of these assumptions is violated, even when your data fails certain assumptions of them, there is always a solution to overcome this. So anyway, assumption number 1 is that your dependent variable should be measured at the ordinal or continuous level, and which here is met since we rank them on the scale of 1 to 10. And assumption number 2 is that your independent variable should consist of 2 categorical independent groups. And here we have brand X and brand Y. And the third assumption says that you should have independence of observations, which means that there is no relationship between the observations in each group or between the groups themselves. There must be different participants in each group, with no participant being in more than one group. Which this assumption is also met here. And finally, the assumption number 4, or the last one, says that your 2 variables should not be normally distributed. And here our groups are not normally distributed. In order to see the shape of our groups, we need to go to Graphs, Legacy Dialogs, and histogram, and put rate into variable box and brand into row box, and then okay. As you can see, they are not normally distributed, and also they have totally different distribution shapes, meaning that we need to compare just means. But what if they weren't different and they had the same shape? I'll show you what to do at the end of this video if your independent variables group shape were the same. So now go to Analyze, Non-Parametric, Legacy Dialogs, to Independent Samples, and now put rate into test variable box and gender into grouping variable box, and then click on Define Groups. So here type 1 in group 1 and 2 in group 2. This naming tool is especially useful for when you have more than 2 groups, but you want to compare just 2 specific groups. And then click Continue and then OK. So in the first table, Mann Whitney test, We have the results, which indicates the group with the highest mean rank. In this case, participants' rank satisfaction of brand Y has the highest difference in mean with value of 9.17. And next table shows us the actual significance value of the test, the U statistic, and the asymptotic significance p-value. We prefer reporting exact significance, which here is 0.009, which is less than 0.05. So we reject the null hypothesis, meaning that satisfaction of participants from these two brands are not the same. But when the shape of your groups are equal, you can follow this procedure that I'm going to show you in order to do that. So go to Analyze, Non-Parametric Tests, then Independent Samples, and now under the Objective tab, you choose Customize Analysis, and now go to Fields tab, and here put your independent variable into groups and your dependent variable into test field box, and then go to Settings tab and Customized Tests, and then choose Mann Whitney to sample. And then click on Run. And this is the end of this video. I hope you liked this video, and I'll see you in the next video.